Hello friends, good morning. So let's see what to read in the Indian Express newspaper. So on the front page we have India-Japan relation update. Go through that briefly. Important from the perspective of GS2 IR. Another important news is about education related update. Go through this particular news. Note down the data points important. Again, India-US trade relations update is there. Go through this particular news briefly as well. On page number 6 now we have India-Canada related update. Go through that briefly. Important update from the perspective of GS2 international relations. Note down the this particular news here. What exactly is the proceedings in the Supreme Court? Important to know from the perspective of federalism, center-state relations, governance role, etc. in GS2. On page number 8, we have Supreme Court Committee and Uttarkashi zone. Important update from the perspective of GS3 environment. Another important news is about Kerala's fishing sector. Important to know the data point here. Important from the perspective of again GS3 in economy in particular. On page 9, we have India-Australia related update. Go through that. This particular news important from the perspective of GS2 international relations. On page number 10, we have these two important editorials important from the perspective of again this particular Jammu and Kashmir and the tragedy in hills, particularly important from the perspective of disaster management. This particular news important from the perspective of editorial, particularly important from the perspective of GS2 education. One deity, many imaginations. Important analysis from the perspective of GS1 art and culture. Go through that briefly. New Gaming Act and perspectives. Two perspectives are important from the perspective of again GS2, GS3. On page 12, we have Samudrayan related update. Important update from the perspective of again GS3. India-Japan partnership in depth is given here. Important analysis. What exactly is Florida's python problem? Again important from the perspective of GS3 environment. Invasive species in particular. Bakhtiyar Khilji related update is there. Important from the perspective of this particular analysis. You can utilize effectively in your GS1 history. On economy page, again, how India is handling US tariffs, important analysis. CG Semi to roll out first made in India chip. So important analysis again from the perspective of semiconductors, GS3 economy. This particular news here about Pakistan is again important. IIP growth related update is there, important again from the perspective of GS3 economy. On page number 14, the world page, we have European Union launching UN sanctions against Iran, important from the perspective of again GS2 international relations. Axis of upheaval. So essentially China is hosting the SCO summit. This particular summit is again important from the perspective of international relations in GS2. Stay tuned for daily news analysis. Thank you.